All right, we're covering water around some spawning areas. On the backside of all these bends, there's a shallow ridge. So a lot of deep water. We're in 11 feet. But on the backsides, there's these shallow areas. Most of the fish live in these bends like they do on all rivers, but they're gonna spawn on these shallow places. It's really the only water that's shallower than like 6 feet. It's just on the back sides of the bends, on the down current side. So there is no current most of the time unless there's a really big rain. It's gonna wash all that silt. Basically all the years of there being current before this was dammed up. The water's super clear because there hasn't been any rain, so you can't really flip. You got to kind of stay back. And they're not all bedding right up against the cover. A lot of them are going to be out a ways in that deeper water because up against that cover, it's like 2 feet. So that's a little bit too shallow for them to spawn safely. So a lot of them spawn out in this like 5 to 6 foot range. You can't really see them, but you know there's a lot of beds there. Blind casting a speedworm around. It's a little bit faster than a Cinco. If I was pitching targets or something like that, I'd prefer a Cinco or a trick worm, but since we're moving, covering water, the speedworm to me is the best option because we're not just dealing with spawning fish. There's also pre-spawn, post-spawn. This is a good in-between on all those baits. Not my favorite pre-spawn bait, but it does have a little vibration, so those fish that are feeding through their lateral line will be attracted to it. It's slow moving on the bottom, so if it's laying in a bed, the fish will be attracted to it. And then those finicky post-spawn fish, you know, you're moving it really slow. You're being very thorough. That's what it takes a lot of times to catch post-spawners, is keeping that bait in their face for a while. So that's what you got. I've got it rigged up on a 4-aught round bend worm hook with that O'Shaughnessy J hook, 3/16 ounce weight because of how silty the bottom is. Watermelon red. We got some clouds, but still pretty sunny day. Just blind casting it around bedding fish. We may be in the wrong little section though. Little one. All right, so this is a little male. Key right now is get this fish unhooked and get back in that bed quickly in case there's a male in there. Obviously you don't want to let the fish swallow the hook, but we can still do this efficiently without hurting this fish. Or you have your partner, hey Dad, throw like right up to that point of grass there. Have your partner throw up there. All right, so clip that off somewhere down here. Just pull that hook right out the other side, and then that fish will swim away. He's gone. Clip that off. Your worm and everything's still intact. I like to pull that worm off the line so I can just thread it on the normal way. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna wet it since there's whatever on my line right now. Man, you give these fish just a second and they're swallowing it. No bite?